Oh, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with the CPC Season 6 Week 5 battle here against Moxie Inferno, coach of the Baltimore Braviaries. So, my prep talk went up yesterday, where I talk about my team a little bit and why I bring the sets that I bring and stuff. So, go check that out, and then come back and check this video out. And, alrighty. So, my opponent chooses to bring the Thunders Incarnate, Heat Ran, Mega Metagem, Drapion, the Garchomp, and the Marshtomp. So he's got 3 potential Stealth Rockers and a potential Toxic Spiker. So pretty solid bring on his part, in my opinion. And I feel like bringing Garchomp and Marshtomp was really nice because it helps versus Thunders a lot. You know, it forces the move slot syndrome, in my opinion. And so that was a really good bring on his part. And there were some threats that he didn't bring that I'm really very okay with, but very threatening squad nonetheless. And Mega Metacham's so hard to switch into, and Garchomp with potential Z moves is pretty scary as well. And it looks like a not so much of a really long battle, but one where it could be potentially problematic and would be a nuisance, especially switching into Mega Metachamp. So, like I mentioned, he has 3 Stealth Rockers, so those are some pretty solid leads in my opinion. And we're just gonna lead off here as he leads off with the Thunders Incarnate. See, Tapu Fini actually led well versus Heatran, Garchomp, and Marshtomp, and I felt like Thunders wouldn't be a lead because of Gligar being a potential lead for me, Thunders Incarnate being a potential lead for me as well, or just Alola Muck being a nice knockoff lead. But it was the least likely of the few I mentioned because of Garchomp and Marshtomp being likely leads and having access to Stab, Earthquake, and stuff like that. So I guess Thunders does make a little bit of sense, and this puts me in the back already from the lead matchup. And my opponent's going to click the U-turn here, and I'm going to go for the trick, predicting my opponent to predict my switch or just to go for the U-turn. And here he goes into the Drapion and clicks the knockoff as I bring in my Gligar, and I lose my Violet, which is a little bit unfortunate here. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks as he brings in the Thunders, and I'm going to hard switch out into Licky as he reveals a U-turn. So at this point, I'm starting to think he's Choice Scarfed, and he goes into Mega Metacham, and this is a problem. He's going to be able to click High Jump Kick or Drain Punch. He goes for the Drain Punch, and here I'm going to make an over prediction. I'm going to predict the Ice Punch, and I'm going to go into Tapu Fini, or he could go for the Drain Punch. But I really expected the Ice Punch here, so I'm going to go out to my Tapu Fini, and he's actually going to click the Poison Jab and get a nice turn 6 prediction right there, and that's gonna get some huge momentum in his favor. I'm going to go into Mega Gallade here and just try to get some damage on this thing after a Swords Dance. I know he can't knock me out with any one hit, so I go for the Swords Dance there, and now he's going to switch out and sack off the Heat Ram. It just drops to the close combat at this at +2, real nice and easy there. And now he brings in his Thunders to revenge kill me. And I'm gonna switch into the Gligar here, and I'm pretty sure that he was Choice Scarfed, so I didn't scout for the Hidden Power Ice, and he does switch it up, and a little bit unfortunate for me there, as I bring in my Licky to just throw off some wishes and stuff, and he goes into Mega Metacham once again, and I'm gonna switch out to Alola Muck here, and he gets a critical hit on the Ice Punch. Not a big deal because I get my wish back, and he would have been 2-hit KOing me anyway, so it wasn't a huge deal. So no harm, no foul, or whatever they say. Now I can bring in my Thunders here, and I'm going to click, I'm pretty sure I click Agility here. Actually, yeah. I debated this turn for quite a bit, and ultimately decided against Agility when it was probably my best play. I haven't quite got the chip damage I need on Drapion yet, but it still would have been very nice to have clicked Agility there and been faster than Garchomp and potentially faster than everything on its team. And with maybe high rolls. I could have maybe went ahead and swept, but especially if I was life orb, here, that would have been really, really nice, and I would have 100% went for the agility there. But I guess I ultimately decided to go for the Thunderbolt in case he stayed in, not wanting me to be able to set up. But so I switched Licky Licky into Garchomp. Pretty easy switch in for me. I'm gonna throw up a Wish here as he poisons me with Toxic and then sets up his Stealth Rock. So that's a little bit unfortunate for me that he's able to get his rocks up, because now Thunder is just taking 24% upon switch in, which is a little bit unfortunate. He's going to hard switch into his Mega Medicham, and I'm going to throw off an Ice Beam. It's not going to be able to do any sort of damage, and I don't get no freeze. So I'm going to hard switch into Mega Gallade here, and he's not able to knock me out with the Drain Punch. Not quite, but he does pack the Bullet Punch and able to knock me out there. And here I'm going to go into Thunder's Therian, and now it's kind of do or die here with Thunders. I have to click Agility here and hope that I can get the rolls, and hope that he's not, so bulky on things like Drapion and Marshtomp, because everything else is in range. So just going to click the Agility here as he goes into the Marshtomp, and now we do pack the Grass Knot. So we're just going to click that, but it's not able to knock him out, and he goes for the Endeavor. So here, if Mega Medicham is adamant max attack, and he has revealed Bullet Punch, if he gets a high roll, a maximum roll, yeah, it is 16%, I believe. So he could definitely knock us out here, and that's problematic if he knows that. So I'm just gonna go for the Grass Knot again, knock him out, and now I got to click Thunderbolt and hope that he's not bulky. But he is a little bit bulky here and able to knock us out here. Gets rid of our Wise Glasses. If we were Life Orb, we would have maybe been able to get rid of everything. I think if we were Life Orb, we would have won there. But because we would have been able to knock out Marshtomp, we would have been able to knock out the Drapion. And then everything else, I'm pretty sure Mega Medicham and Thunders would have dropped to Thunderbolt, and then Garchomp would have dropped to Hidden Power Ice. So very unfortunate that we decided to run Wise Glasses instead of the Life Orb, and that we actually didn't pull the trigger on the first option, and we would have avoided Stealth Rock damage, and then we would have had a lot more HP in the end game, and I don't think he would have had enough Bullet Punch turns to knock us out, unless he had Fake Out as well. And then that would be a little bit different. But yeah, I do compliment my opponent, as you can see at the bottom of the chat on the right hand side of the screen. I do compliment my opponent on his nice turn 6 prediction on a Gligar, clicking the Poison Jab with Mega Medicham, the monster. So yeah, good game to Blake and the Moxie Infernapes. Good luck for the rest of the season. I really like your squad, so I would root for you if you were in the playoffs. So good luck there, my man. Next week we will be facing off against Juiced, who is actually a new coach. Well, he's not a new coach, but he is a new coach this season, now taking over for Jacko. So yeah, looking forward to that match. Let me know what you thought about the prep and the battle. Let me know what you think about next week's matchup versus Juiced, Champion Juiced. I think that's what he goes by. I guess that's about it. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.